Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well and that you should be at this point. I'm recording this early, so I'm trying to think what you're doing. You should be, I think, finishing up your comparative essays, working on the draft, and then getting ready to revise for your final version. But as you know, we do have to sort of start moving on to our final essay of the semester. We have made it to the final one, even though this semester, I think because it's in the summer, it seems both really long and really short, but it's really only 6 weeks. And so if you've made it this far, you've done a ton of work and you should be proud of yourself. And we just have this one last thing for you to get over, and then you will have completed the course. So I am recording this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. I can get it to work. Okay, go ahead. There it goes. Okay, so you can see my screen. I have a bunch of silly things up, but what I want to show you guys is the research essay assignment sheet. I think you all are familiar with my assignment sheets by now. They all pretty much have the same format. You guys should know you need to write in Times New Roman, 12-point font, double-spaced, with a heading and page numbers. Your research essay needs to be 4 to 6 pages long, plus a works cited page. This is worth 20% of your overall grade for the course. Excuse me, I thought I was going to sneeze. Or 200 points. And your draft is due Wednesday, July 29th by midnight on Blackboard. Please give me at least 3 pages with some sources. And your final is due July 31st by midnight on Blackboard. Okay, so now I'm just going to read what I'm going to ask you guys to do for this assignment, and then I will show you the rubric, which is slightly different than the other ones. So for your final formal assignment of the semester, you will write a straightforward research essay. And whenever I say straightforward, I mean straightforward. For this research essay, your first task will be to choose a topic. Specifically, I want you to choose a topic that, one, you've never written about before, and two, that you find interesting. There's a slight typo there, whoops. Once you have chosen your topic for this essay, you cannot change it, so choose carefully. Okay, pick your topic and stick to it. And I am going to make a video for you guys too that is going to show a good way to kind of try to pick out some topics. But if you're someone who is really interested, I'll use myself as an example. I'm really interested in things like the environment. So if I was going to write a research essay of this kind, I would say, okay, what are some things about the environment I know a lot about? I know a lot about horticulture, and I already know a lot about climate change and about fracking, but what I probably don't know a whole lot about is some of the newest innovations that are happening in terms of like solar and wind power. So why don't I specifically research that topic? Right? So you can choose something that you're interested in finding out more about that is related to stuff that you care about personally. And I recommend choosing a topic that way because then it's more interesting for you to just learn about and then to explain to your own reader in your paper. Conduct a little preliminary research via Google to help you make sure you really like it. So here's where this essay is really going to differ from some of our other ones. It will not require a thesis or an overall argument. Instead, your goal within this essay is to research your chosen topic, gain as much information as you think is relevant so that your audience can understand your topic, and to report on this information without interjecting your own opinions. You guys can, of course, have opinions about your topic. I'm not saying that you can't. But whenever I say this is a straightforward research essay, what I mean is that I just want you to be able to relay the facts and explain the topic to your audience. I don't want you to worry so much about making an argument. I just want you to kind of write a classic research essay, essentially. Okay, of course, because this is a research essay, you will need to conduct some research, plenty of research, in order to fulfill this assignment. You will need to use at least 5 sources, and I'm really serious about that, at least 5 sources for this assignment, all of which must be credible, and we'll talk more about how to find credible sources in an upcoming lesson. If you end up having more than 5 sources, that's totally normal. Try not to have more than double the amount of sources that I'm asking for. So try not to have like more than 10 or something, because that's just being unreasonable for a paper that's 4 to 6 pages long, and considering the amount of time you have to write it. So try to be reasonable with yourself. You may think, oh, 5 sources isn't enough, or you may think, oh, but I found this other really cool source. You can have more than 5. Try not to have more than 10. Try not to have less than 5. Between 5 and 10 is your sweet spot. Okay, you will want to incorporate your research via quote, summary, and paraphrase into your essay, which you should be familiar with by now, and to make sure that you are always citing your sources with in-text citations. You will also need to include a works cited page that lists there's another typo, all of the sources you have used in your essay. I guess I should have proofread my own work more carefully. I'm sorry, you guys. It is likely that you will do more research than you use in your essay, as I already noted. Okay, you guys are familiar with this. So I'm not giving you any prompts this time, right? Because it's up to you to really decide what you want your topic to be about. I should note too that on Blackboard in our online lesson for today, I have also noted a couple of like banned, for lack of a better way to describe them, banned topics. Those are like abortion, gun control, marijuana, anything that can't really be proven, whether college athletes should be paid. I cannot tell you. I didn't know that there was a debate about paying college athletes until students started writing research essays for me about it. And now I have formed an opinion about it because I've read so many essays on that topic. So those are like really commonly done research essay topics. So just choose something else that you're interested in. Okay, then here's your rubric. So you need a clear explanation of your topic and why the topic is important to your audience. Bias, you want to refrain from interjecting your own bias, right? So you just want to try as hard as you can to report the facts. That's a bit of a fraught thing to try to do, so we'll discuss that more in an upcoming lesson. When research is biased, you want to note that for your readers. And we'll talk about how to recognize that too. Research integration, this is just saying that you're using research throughout the entirety of your essay, that you're using it as summary, quotes, and paraphrase. Those 3 things that you're probably getting really annoyed with. Research gathering, that the writer has at least 5 credible sources. Essay structure and integration, you guys should be familiar with that, just that you have like an introduction, body paragraphs, a conclusion, and that it has been organized well. And then MLA, I specifically, in this essay, so in past essays, I haven't looked or been at least as harsh on your use of in-text citations in a works cited page. I just kind of wanted you to practice, to start getting a little bit of a feel for it, although you should have gotten some of that in UCOR 101 too. If you took that at Duquesne, you may have taken an equivalent somewhere else. But I'm going to look a little bit more closely this time around at your in-text citations and your works cited page. It's not worth a whole ton of points, it's worth 15 points, so it's relatively low stakes, but try to be a little bit more diligent about those, at least for this very last essay. Okay, and then of course here's the 200 points and notes for you guys, which I think I always write notes for every single paper that I read to you all. I'm kind of explaining my thoughts and reactions to your paper. Okay, well, I think that is it for your research essay assignment sheet. Now I'm going to go make you guys an essay on finding topics really easily. Okay, I have to remember how to stop it again.